misconceptions that coaches or athletes have about vision and visual performance?
Probably the most important one is that they think it's not a trainable skill, that you're born with good vision. That I experienced, all over wherever I go. So that's probably the first one and the most significant one. Often the other point would be they think it's eyesight that I deal with. And I quickly have to explain that I don't deal with sight at all. I'm actually the opposite end of the scale. I work on visual motor performance. And then the other misconception, Bill, which I think really runs through all sports, is that elite athletes think they have good vision, which I've proven they don't. We have strengths and weaknesses in our visual motor system exactly as we do in our physical system. So those 3 points I think are the most important, or the most important misconceptions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me try one on for size. People see the same, but you alluded to this earlier, that you saw differently than other people, but pretty much and I got this from a podcast that you were on, that you've tested all these athletes and no two see exactly alike. I'm also referring back to the podcast that I heard that you were on, and you had referenced the fact that you're working with certain high level of teams, and that if they make a 1% improvement, make one more better decision per game collectively, that can be a pretty dramatic improvement. But it seems pretty marginal. When taken alone. But what's kind of the high end? What are some of the major sort of breakthroughs that you've seen?
I think from my work and from research, as you mentioned earlier, the most important aspect is that everyone is unique, and we need to train every player and athlete uniquely, not generalize. Improved skills are really specific to the individual. Mm-hmm. The exciting thing about my work, the bulk of my work has been in elite sport. Mm-hmm. But I have over time, initially my training program was only for the elite athletes that I'd worked directly with. And then I realized that there's a need in all walks of life, really. My program then became available to anyone. And we do a lot of work for example, in car insurance, where we improve driving skills of individuals. And we work with a really big company where we brought down the loss ratio in claims between 20 and 25% within the first 8 months of their clients' training in the eye gym. So really what some of the outcomes is not only for the elite athletes, but it's for other clients as well. And it's also for cognitive skills. So we've done some research to prove that you can improve the cognitive skills of young kids, which then impacts learning, academic results, etc. And really just every walk of life, really. So that's the exciting thing about the outcomes of visual improvement. It has an impact in all walks of life.
Well, it can't be understated or overstated if you're now saving lives and, saving people from catastrophic injury and even simply the financial loss of being in an accident. That's a problem. So wow, that's the far end of the range. It would be saving somebody's life for sure. But now, do you have any anecdotal, stories of players who, had a dramatic improvement in their individual play, or teams that had a breakthrough because now they saw the light?
I've been involved in World Cups, Olympic gold medals, and all kinds of stuff. And the real success rate of the work that I do is not only giving them training programs, but also then working with the individual and teaching the individual how to best use their system for performance on the field, relevant to position, relevant to the sport you play in. So it's really a combination of both. And my most success has been involved in that. But because the demand for these training programs has become so large, I've actually spent the last probably 10 years improving this training program so much that I have clients and athletes and players all over the world, and they can train anywhere in the world, anytime, and I can monitor them, I can change their training programs, I can work directly with them. So it's really gone from originally manually working, training with athletes, to where it is today, where people all over the world train on the program.